Hey. Hey. All right, I'm trying. All right. This is the QVP podcast where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And I'm not trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to show you how to think. I'm trying to show you, dog. I'm trying to show you how to think. That's the reason why I take the articles and I'll bust them down. I'll bust them on the downside, boy. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Tell me if my music right and my mic sound nice and all of that. But elected officials, police chief on the Oath Keepers list. Let me give me y'all a little summer jam real quick. Hold on. Boom. So your boy and them, they on the list, man. It goes on to say, it says, the name of hundreds of U.S. law enforcement officers, elected officials, and military members appear on the leaked membership rolls of the far-right extremist group accused of playing key roles in the January 6, 2021 insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, according to a report released Wednesday. So where's all the RICO charges at? I mean, the proof is in the pudding there. You got multiple people in high positions colluding together. I need the RICO. Y'all got it for Young Thug. Where's the RICO at, dog? Anyway, the Anti-Defamation League, the Center on Extremism, pour over more than 3,800 names on a leaked Oath Keepers list. Membership list identified more than 370 people believed in working in law enforcement agencies, including police, chiefs, and sheriffs. More than 100 people who are currently members of the military. Stop right there. So y'all telling me y'all know the peoples? Y'all know who they is? And y'all still ain't doing nothing? Alright. So what does that say? Complicit, maybe? Does that say we cool with it? Alright, that's what it say. It say it identifies more than 80 people running for or served in public office as of early August. The membership information was compiled into a database published by the Transparency Collective Distribution Denial of Secrets. Well, that was a mouthful. It says data rise fresh concerns about the presence of extremists in law enforcement and military who tasked with who is tasked with enforcing laws and protecting the U.S. Well, they not doing that. They're protecting their homeboys. It goes on to say it's especially problematic for public servants to be associated with extremists, and at the time when lies about more than the 22 election are fueling threatened violence against lawmakers and institutions. So here goes the bad guys again. So basically they're telling you gotta vote Democrat, because if you don't, the bad guys are gonna get in there, but they ain't finna say what they're actually. I'm waiting to see what y'all gonna do. Y'all can tell us about every intricate piece and part of the membership, but I want to see what the plan of action is from here, sir. It goes on to say, even for those who claimed and left the organization, it began employing. Was that splainage? So now y'all claim. So now that's the out to say that some people left. Okay. Even for those who claim that they left the organization when it began to employ more aggressive tactics in 2014, is an important reminder that the Oath Keepers have exposed extremism since their founding, and the fact that was not enough to deter these individuals from signing up, the report says. Well, what are you talking about? It's their brothers, cousins, uncles, nephews, and they homeboys. Why wouldn't they be in the game? It appears in the Oath Keepers database doesn't prove that the person was ever an active member on the group or shares. No. Not finna let you do that there, buddy. Come on, man. Who's writing? Hold on, wait a minute. Who's writing this crap? Alana, Duncan, Richard, and Michael Kazulman. They sound like they in the group they damn self. They in the group. Of course, for them to say something like this. It appears in the Oath Keepers database doesn't prove that the person had ever been an active member or groups or shared its ideology. Some people on the list contacted by the Associated Press said that they were briefly members years ago, but are no longer affiliated with the group. Some said that they were dues-paying members. Man, they all in the damn group. You don't end up on the membership list without being a member. That's like having a biker organization and they put in the what they call them, the standbys or the y'all help me out, man. Put in the comment section what the biker people call. And speaking of biker people, oh my gosh, can I get a moment of silence for one of the trillest, realest players in the game, Mr. Kenny Red. Rest in peace, man. I don't care what y'all say or what y'all talking about, because y'all didn't know the man personally. And I did. And cuz showed me nothing but love. Those are fine, upstanding citizens right there, fam. And I don't care what you say about somebody's lifestyle. You ain't live it. You ain't come from where he come from. And don't be hating because people made a way without the traditional way. Because it take two to tango. I ain't even going to say the word because I don't want to trigger the algorithm. But it take two to tango. And we talking about adults, no children, like Mr. Von Savage said. And he left me a message. He did. Let me see if I can find said message, because I appreciate, the game that my man put down. Gave me an opportunity to have a glimpse into a lifestyle that I would have never known. I had an opportunity to record history at Fillmore Slim's birthday party. And from that, it sparked this whole deal. The P. I'm telling you, the P is for the people now, because things evolve and things change. Give me a moment of silence for my man, Kenny P. Kenny. All right, that was for the P. Anyway, back to the story. That was straight for the P. Anyway, appearing on the database, yeah, y'all in the joint. Y'all do paying members. It goes on to say their views are so far extreme right. Hold on, we're good. It says, their views are so far extreme right for me, said Sean Mobley, sheriff from Ontario County, Colorado. Mobley told the AP in a small email that he distanced himself from the Oath Keepers years ago over concerns about involvement into standoffs against federal government and the Buddy Ranch in Berkeley, Nevada, along with others. Fool, you was there. You watched the game tapes and everything when it was over. Shut up. So now y'all know that the sheriff of Ontario County, Colorado, allegedly is done with the Oath Keepers. Right. The Oath Keepers founder in 2009 by Stuart Rose is a loosely organized conspiracy theory fuel group that recruits current and former military, police, and first responders. Oh! First responders. So you're telling me the people that come to your crib to save your life now is disputing whether they're going to save your life or not because you're black? Thanks for letting us know, Yahoo News. Appreciate that there. Anyway, it goes on to say more. It asks its members to vow to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Who's the enemies? I bet you the enemies ain't nobody else that's non-melanated. I bet you that. Bet you the enemies is the darkies. And promotes a belief that the federal government is out to strip citizens of their civil liberties, and paints his followers and defendants against tyranny. So basically, this is all right. So they trying to set this up like this is a what you call them, the mob that you can have in case the government goes into tyranny. It's some type of mob that you're legally able to do to fight. It's a part of your Second Amendment rights and that kind of thing. But more than a dozen people associated with the Oath Keepers, including Rose, have been charged in connection with the January 6th attack. Rose and 4 other Oath Keeper members or associates are heading on trial this month on seditious conspiracy charges for what the prosecutor describes as a week-long plot to keep the President Trump in power. Rhodes and the other Oath Keepers said that they are innocent and that they had no plan to attack the Capitol. SBS, best SB bullshit. Right? That's bullshit. Cause you can't be in the part of the clique and everybody doing clique shit and you all of a sudden not a part of it. Like, they're talking to us like we stupid. Like, if you ain't got what happened, so peer pressure don't apply here is what you're saying. Y'all got together like as peers, and to apply pressure, but none of that happens. I'ma skip a few because it's looked like a lot of explaining, but it does say among elected officials whose names appeared on the membership list in the South Dakota State Representative Phil Jensen, who won January Republican primary and his bid for re-election. Jensen told the AP he paid for a year membership in 2014, but never received an Oath Keeper literature, attended any meetings, or renewed his membership. Wow. Okay. So that was his attempt to not throw the Oath Keepers under the bus, but definitely tell you that he supports them wholeheartedly, because you put your money where your mouth is. It says Jensen said that he felt compelled to join because he believed in the oath that we took to support the U.S. Constitution and to defend it against any enemies, domestic or foreign. See, they're playing on the Constitution stuff right there, but still, y'all, terrorist organization. Like, where's the FBI probe for this? Oh, the FBI is y'all cousins and all. Oh, y'all, but y'all mad at them right now because they didn't want to Trump your homeboy, though. Or is this why is this even coming? Why is this coming out? Because it's a few more paragraphs to go, and I ain't heard nothing about no plan of actions. They finna break down every little high-profile name for this article of the people that was in there. Even, you know what? Actually, I think that they just putting out the names on there of people who probably been disloyal to the group, trying to out them, because they ain't gonna out the major players for sure. So now we're hearing about the flunkies that they kind of want to get rid of and make it hard for them, because maybe they ain't carrying the water. Cuz just said the right thing though. He was like, I paid for a full membership, but I never got my literature or nothing like that. So I don't know what happened. It says the Hosted, a Republican, said that he was campaigning for sheriff several years ago when he voted himself in as if he was familiar with the Oath Keepers. Hollinsted said that he wanted to learn about the group and recalls paying for access to the content on the Oath Keepers website, but he was never extended his involvement. See, look, even in getting put out there, they being on code. You see that? Y'all see that? Maybe y'all can learn something about that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you put out there, man, or even if one of our people is put out there, just like I'm gonna give y'all the reason why I did the Aries Spears and the Tiffany joint on Patreon, because we don't disparage people, even though I don't like Aries Spears for what he did on the 5150 show. He really kind of showed what kind of person he was, because he was very disrespectful to Darlene or OG Ortiz. You know, I'm a heavy 5150 fan. If y'all have watched 5150, put that in the chat. Anyway, last but not least, or it goes on to say, Benjamin Brook, police chief of Okalasa, Iowa, no surprise there, recalled getting emails from the group years ago and said that he believes a friend may have signed him up. Nigga. See, that's what I hate. That's what I don't like about so-called white supremacy. See, man, just stand on it, cuz. Just say, yeah, I paid. I don't know how I got in there. Maybe my friend signed me up. Well, you got a shitty friend, dude. If he just signed you up for the Oath Keepers and you just start getting emails and you ain't like, what the heck? Unless that's just some shit you cool with. See what I mean? By buddies? See what I mean? Look, that just reinforced my point about peer pressure and buddies and friends. Look, your friend signed you up. You just confirmed it, you little pansy. Anyway. But he said that he never paid to become a member and doesn't know anything about the group. So you got a shitty friend that's just gonna sign you up for a fucking terrorist organization and say he don't know nothing. He didn't do his own research, but he signed you up for it though. That is the silliest shit I've ever heard. Anyway, it says Eric Williams, police chief of Idaho, Texas. Boy, they just doing a world tour to let you know where all the racists lie, huh? They said him in Texas also said in an email that he hasn't been a member or had any interactions with the Oath Keeper in over 10 years. Oh! So they've been going for longer than the 8 years that y'all talked about in 2014. 10 years ago. So even longer than that. Did it just change names, or is this one of them secret societies that just got unsecret? He called the storming of the Capitol terrible in every way. Nigga, you was there. I pray this country finds its way back to civility and peace and disclosure with one another, he said. How? When y'all got secret behind the back groups all up in jail. Now hold on. I never see the comments really. So let's see. And let's see if we can figure out what color they are by what comment they leave. It says one extreme ideology calling another an extreme ideology. I hate people had any common sense at all, and criminals were held accountable at all levels. We wouldn't be talking about extremist groups with the justice symbol blatantly obviously to having many tier of justice. What does anyone expect? What are you even talking about? It says, what does anyone expect? It's by design to push people to extreme behaviors and thoughts. Look around. You can have no doubt. Oh, dude, what are you talking about? That sounds like a PC person to me for sure. It says, you make a great point. Elected officials take an oath to the Constitution, yet many others refuse the things that's necessary to uphold the Constitution, which they are sworn to protect. Now, y'all don't be talking like that when it's black people's rights that are violated. I know that's a PC person. You can tell by the... you can tell. Anyway, any elected person from any party who refuses to uphold the Constitution should be fired and replaced. Oh, that's a PC person. Because basically when they say the Constitution, they talking about rights for them. They're not really talking about those same rights for everybody else. That's what we got to really understand here. Anyway, I'm not going to hold you, but I'm going to mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. You know what I mean? Look at me in the eyes. You understand? Right here. All right. 4 words I'm gonna leave you. Well, first of all, what did we learn here today, kids? We learned that every office is infiltrated with them people. We knew that. They said that in the FBI probe years ago. We learned that they don't give a fuck neither. We learned that they cool with that. It's cool. No big deal. You know, it's a couple racists all up in here, and they all conspire and collude against, you know, black people specifically, but no big deal. I mean, maybe some race training or something will help. When we've been constantly saying you can't change that embedded in hate behavior from the outside. You gotta change it from the inside, if they even want to, and they ain't. Come on now, that's actually a leopard to change these spots, cuz. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. All right, hit that like button. Make sure you share this program, because YouTube heavily censors my live streams. Like, I can't get nobody up in the live streams, but then the views take off after the live stream's done. So I'm used to it. I ain't gonna stop doing it. It is what it is. You're not gonna stop me. Let's keep it P all day. Quick word from Miss El Kendro Black El Widow, and I will talk to you in the next one. Shout out Tori Rain. I've been watching 2 videos.
Be1 to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message, I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing 2 critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem. It is imperative that the United States government declare anti-Black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the F.B.I. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-Black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel slavery. AKA, cut the damn check. And I mean that. Jack. On my ancestors for real for real. I proudly digress. Anyway. Check out the new Slave Patrol documentary. Pull up season on you sucker MCs. Don't forget to join us on Patreon. I got 4 words for you. Go grab a shirt. And love, peace, blessings and Meloa. Be
Music TV.
We need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid to say that. Yeah?
I know you get the money from that robbery before you went on stage. I told you motherfucker I got your money yet, man. What the fuck you mean you ain't got the money yet? Fuck you think you is, man. Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? I'm supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it. Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paid with this shit. Yeah. See, I don't play with this shit. You don't, I get cheap for the lowest. Eskimo, big birdies. Take a flight.
Change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like late at night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra for if you whip it right. Got good gas in his light bright.
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, man. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain die. He been hula hooping through loopholes.
Yeah.
I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trip.
Hey, Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the coat. And I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas. And listen.
Cupid. Rushy cream leaves Keith Whale premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
Hey.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is
Two-step,
see
come
you
on.
move it.
What BET was supposed to be. Hey.
Music 2